Good morning, students. In this video lesson, we will discuss about mutual induction and AC generator. Suppose this is your one coil which is connected with a galvanometer, and another coil is placed in its neighborhood is connected with a battery and a key. The coil with which the battery and key is connected, we are calling it as a primary coil, and the another coil which is placed just in its neighborhood, we are calling it as secondary coil. As soon as the key is closed, current begins to grow in the primary coil, as a result of which the magnetic field created by the coil also goes on increasing, and the secondary coil finds itself in this increasing magnetic field, as a result of which magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil also changes, and this changing magnetic flux across the secondary coil induces an induced EMF in the coil, and hence a current flows in it known as induced current. This phenomena is known as mutual induction. This phenomena is known as mutual induction. That is, the phenomena in which an opposing EMF is induced in a coil due to the changing current or the changing magnetic flux linked with its neighboring coil. Now, if phi is the flux linked with the secondary coil and I is the current at any instant flowing in the primary coil, then it is found that phi is proportional to I, or phi is equal to m into I, where m is a proportionality constant known as coefficient of mutual induction of the pair of coils or inductors, or simply mutual inductance. If I is equal to 1 ampere, then phi is equal to m. So coefficient of mutual induction or simply mutual inductance of pair of inductors is numerically equal to magnetic flux linked with one coil when a current of 1 ampere flows in its neighboring coil. We know that E is equal to minus d phi by dt. So we can write E is equal to minus d by dt of m into I. So this is your minus m di by dt. So from here, if you write the magnitude only, then m is equal to E by di by dt. So if E is equal to 1 volt and di by dt is equal to 1 ampere per second, if di by dt is equal to 1 ampere per second, then m is equal to E. So coefficient of mutual induction of a pair of coil is numerically equal to induced EMF produced in one coil when rate of change of current is unity in its neighboring coil. SI unit of self inductance is also Henry. From here you can make the notes what we have discussed. Now our next topic is we have to find out the expression for mutual inductance of two long solenoids. Here you can see S1 and S2 are the two solenoids. Each are of length L and A is the cross-sectional area of the inner solenoid. A is the cross-sectional area of the inner solenoid. N1 is the number of turns per unit length of coil S1 and N2 is the number of turns per unit length of coil S2. Now we will first find out the coefficient of mutual induction in coil S2 in coil S1 due to current flowing in the coil S2. So let at any time varying current I2 is passed through S2, that is I2 is the instantaneous value of current passing through S2. So how much magnetic field it will produce? It will produce a magnetic field inside solenoid S2 is mu naught N2 into I2. Now magnetic flux linked with each turn of the solenoid S1. So area of this solenoid of each turn of S1 is A and magnetic field across it is B2. So magnetic flux across each turn is B2 into A. Now total magnetic flux linked with solenoid S1 due to current flowing in S2 phi 12 is equal to the above expression is to be multiplied by the total number of turns. So N1 is the number of turns per unit length. So N1 into L is the total number of turns in the solenoid S1. So total magnetic flux is equal to B2A N1L. Now we get phi 12 as mu naught N1 N2 I2 A into L after substituting the value of magnetic field. Now mutual inductance of coil 1 with respect to coil 2 is M12 is equal to phi 12 by I2. Put the value, we get M12 mutual inductance of pair of solenoids when current flows through the second solenoid. So we get M12, let it be equation 1. Now let a time varying current I1 is passed through the first solenoid, that is inner solenoid. So magnetic field inside the inner solenoid will be mu naught N1 I1 and it is confined within the inner region of the solenoid S1. Now, how much magnetic flux is linked with each turn of solenoid S2? So here, this is the situation. This is the turn of S2 and this is the turn of S1. So magnetic field is produced inside the solenoid S1. So this is the region where magnetic field is present and its value is B1. Here, though the cross-sectional area of each turn of S2 is more than the cross-sectional area of the inner solenoid, but since magnetic field is present only in this region, that is area of inner solenoid, so magnetic flux linked with each turn of S2 will be your area in which magnetic field is present and the strength of magnetic field, that is B1 into A. Now total magnetic flux linked with S2 due to current flowing in S1, we have to multiply it by the total number of turns. So N2 is the number of turns per unit length in S2 and L is the length. So total number of turns is N2 into L. Now put the value of B1, you will get phi 2 1 as mu naught N1 N2 I1 AL. Now if M21 is the mutual inductance of second coil due to first coil carrying current, then phi 21 is equal to M21 I1. Comparing the two equations, we get M21 as mu naught N1 N2 A into L. Now from 1 and 2 you can see that values are same. So in general, the coefficient of mutual inductance of pair of solenoid is given as mu naught N1 N2 AL. Here the solenoid through which current is flowing is not material. What affects is the area of the inner solenoid. Cross-sectional area of the inner solenoid is to be taken into consideration. Our next topic is AC generator, where AC stands for alternating current. A current which changes its direction alternately after a regular interval of time. We will see in detail about AC in our next chapter. AC generator, it is a device which is used to produce alternating current. What it does? It converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. So AC generator is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. On what principle it works? It works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Now let us see the parts which is used in AC generator. This is north and south pole and a rectangular coil is placed in this magnetic field. These are the two rings which are connected to the two ends of the wire that is used for making a coil, and the coil is known as armature. In generator, a rectangular coil PQRS each placed between the pole pieces of the magnet. Now the two ends of this coil PQRS is connected to two rings. These rings are attached to the two ends of the wire. Now these two are the carbon brushes. The rings are pressed against brushes, carbon brushes. So when coil will rotate, these rings will rotate along with the coil. But since it is pressed against the carbon brush, so the carbon brush and things which are connected to carbon brush, they are not going to be affected. So here these rings and carbon brushes are used to draw the induced EMF that is produced across the coil. The coil is wrapped on a wooden frame or metallic frame, not wooden, metallic frame, and it is known as armature. It is fixed on a rod known as axle. Now let us see the working of AC generator. Now suppose in the beginning the coil is placed in such a way that the plane of the coil is perpendicular to the magnetic field. So if magnetic field is in the plane of the screen, then coil is placed perpendicular to the plane of the screen, such that normal to the plane of the coil makes an angle 0 degree with the magnetic field. So at t equal to 0, theta is equal to 0. Now let the coil be rotated with an angular velocity omega. So in time t, the coil gets rotated through an angle, say theta, then theta is equal to omega into t. Now as the coil gets rotated through an angle theta, the normal to the plane of the coil also gets rotated through an angle theta. So angle between the normal to the plane of the coil and the magnetic field will be now theta, and it is equal to omega t. So suppose this is your magnetic field and this is the coil, so normal to the plane of the coil makes an angle theta, where theta is equal to omega t. Now magnetic flux linked with the coil will be how much? That is equal to magnetic field, component of magnetic field normal to the plane of the coil and area of the coil. So B cos theta is the component of magnetic field. B cos theta is the component of magnetic field which is normal to the plane of the coil, and A, if A is the area of the coil, then magnetic flux is B cos theta into A. So phi is equal to B A cos, in place of theta you can write omega t. Now if n is the total number of turns present in the coil, then this magnetic flux is written as NAP cos omega T. From Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, we know that E is equal to minus d phi by dt. So this is equal to E minus d by dt of NAB cos omega t. So NAB is constant. So it is equal to minus NAB into d by dt of cos omega t, which is minus sin omega t into omega. So minus and minus becomes plus. So here it will be NAB omega into sin omega t. So E is equal to E naught sin omega t, where E naught is the maximum value of EMF or peak value of EMF. So this is the expression of instantaneous value of EMF that is produced in the coil of the AC generator. So what type of current it will produce? So I is equal to E by R. If R is the resistance of the coil, then I is equal to E naught by R into sin omega t. So I is equal to I naught sin omega t. So this gives the expression which represents the instantaneous value of alternating current that is produced or get induced in the coil of AC generator. So this is how AC generator functions. Thank you for watching.